Okay, hello everybody. I'm actually going to attempt something here. I turned my iPhone on reverse camera and I've got it leaning up against a little tiny, not tiny, it's leaning up against one of those CD rack things. Ooh, how convenient. Simon Budd, Mother's Nature. Hey, I've never pretended that these vlogs were meant to do anything but help me sell my books. And that's all they intended. I really, truly intend them for. It's the reality of the writer, today more so even than ever before, that writing is only step one. Step two is publishing, in my case, self-publishing. Step three is promoting and selling. Step three is never ending. I've got to admit, I love it though. So, what am I going to do today? See, I have been in the past reading from Hellhounds of High School, and I should continue to do that, but I'm tempted to read you from my first, my first book was A New Dawn Rising, my second book was Hellhounds of High School, and my third book, which I now have 114,000 words. It's not done. It's rivaling A New Dawn Rising for length. Hadrian's Lover. Hadrian's Lover is set in the future after economic collapse and world population has exceeded that which the planet can effectively sustain. I'll read you my prologue. It's called Crystal's Report, a treatise validating Hadrian's sexual preference and method of procreation, by Crystal Albright, submitted to Ms. Stern. Homosexuality is the sexual norm in Hadrian, whilst all forms of heterosexual behaviours are illegal. Hadrian citizens have chosen a homosexual lifestyle side by side with in vitro fertilization to create a stable human population within the confines of our borders. It had been determined by the founding families and is approved every decade on our country's day of birth by our citizens through a referendum that Hadrian's population shall never exceed 10 million. Our small country was founded 3 generations ago. My great-grandmother, Eleanor Stiles, was amongst the first families to buy land in the Hudson Bay region in northern Manitoba with the express purpose of creating a safe and stable home for homosexuals, as well as a rigidly monitored and controlled human population. For this luxurious lifestyle, we have the 5 founding families to thank: Stiles, Stuttgart, Birtwistle, Nazir, and Reznikovs. It was they who, in the early years of Canada's decline, purchased the land of our good country. It was they who established the cornerstones of Hadrian's constitution, that Hadrian's chosen lifestyle is homosexual, that Hadrian will be a safe haven for homosexuals from around the globe, that Hadrian's central focus is the creation and maintenance of a stable human population, that Hadrian will create an ecologically sound balance between humanity and nature. The key focuses of this treatise are the cornerstones reflecting Hadrian's sexual preference and the stabilization of the human population, without which humanity will most certainly decline as surely as the Roman Empire did. Hundreds of millennia ago, it was reasonable, perhaps even essential, that humans should prefer heterosexuality as the sexual norm. Heterosexual sex is designed specifically for procreation. Humanity no longer requires such methods, yet the multitudes outside Hadrian's walls are still reproducing at an astronomical rate. Outside Hadrian's walls, there are close to 20 billion people overpopulating the planet. Nearly 20 billion people starving and suffering from uncountable syndromes as a result. Millions of these people resorting to cannibalism just to survive. Salve HNN, Melissa Eagleton reporting on June 2nd. These poor unfortunates are forced to live in close quarters, spreading disease at a rampant rate. Humanity has overrun the planet like a virus, killing all of nature in its path. What food is available to these people is scarce. What medicines limited. There is little space beyond our walls for farms to grow and raise livestock. Hadrian, on the other hand, has farms. We grow our own food. We raise fowl. We maintain freshwater fisheries. We house seawater fishery farms. Our people are fed. Our stock surplus accounts for 14% of Hadrian's economic wealth as we export that which we do not need to those in dire need. We have, in every sense of the word, created a utopia here in Hadrian. Sometimes our citizens question why. If we are so adamant against heterosexuality, do we not simply allow these people to immigrate to other countries where their lifestyle is not only acceptable but also preferable? Well, the answer to that question should be obvious. These are our children. We do not simply dismiss them, toss them into a torrent ocean of human disease, debris, and decay. Our love for our offspring does not permit us to act in so selfish and irresponsible a manner. Besides, no one born in Hadrian is a pure heterosexual. One of Hadrian's greatest advances, leaps in medical science, has been our work on the Human Genome Project. In the past 50 years, our genetic scientists believe they have identified these chromosomes within our DNA that indicate a strong disposition towards homosexuality. Although the human animal is by nature a creature that needs to procreate, nature has also established its own checks and balances to overpopulation by ensuring that some aspects of our DNA leans towards homosexual behavior. Our scientists, of whom have worked to increase that component of our DNA, are believed to have successfully eradicated the pure heterosexual gene from Hadrian's genetic database. Our geneticists scan each and every embryo to determine if the homosexual gene exists before implanting it into a woman's womb. If there are no signs of homosexuality present in the embryo's DNA, it is automatically destroyed. Thus, our geneticists ensure us that every citizen born in Hadrian is homosexual. Doctoral, Hadrian's Human Genome Project, page 882. Here in Hadrian, we ascribe to the Kinsey scale. According to Alfred C. Kinsey, Sexual Behavior in the Human Male, page 638, human sexual preference can be divided into a scale from 0 to 6. A 0 on this scale, aptly enough, is said to be 100% heterosexual, whereas a 6 is considered pure homosexual. The gradations between show individuals leaning more or less towards either side. Society outside Hadrian's walls have always elected to accept the leaning towards heterosexual behavior purely for means of reproduction. Religion has both fostered and festered the procreation fact as the foundation for heterosexuality as the pure and normal sexual norm. Yet, this choice has not served humanity well. Our small planet simply cannot sustain the burden of human population placed upon it. Our founding families recognize the futility of heterosexual preference and excessive procreation. Thus, upon founding our good country, the first article of justice states the need to enhance and nurture human homosexual tendencies, as well as create strict procreation laws. Now, this is only the first part of the prologue. Crystal's essay goes on for at least 2.5 more pages. I will read from that next time. Bye, everybody.